Hello. My century was the 17th century, and my milestone is about a change for education. After the Puritans came to the New World, they passed a law that would change the way that we would assess our children. This law stated that masters of apprentices are required to check their students periodically to make sure that they were being taught the right way. 5 years later, they passed the law, the Massachusetts Law of 1647, also known as the Old Dueler Satan Law. This is the way that the Puritans tried to prevent Satan's trickeries with readings from the Bible. This law required two things. Each town of 50 houses must pay and elect a reading and writing teacher to educate their children. Each town of 100 households must provide a Latin grammar school, and this school will prepare their youth for the university. These laws made their way throughout New England, and after girls learned to read and write, they were sent back home to do housekeeping. So women were not being educated at this time at all. So boys who could afford education got to go to the Latin grammar school. 1635 was the first Latin grammar school. It was formed in Boston, Massachusetts. And this was a private school that was exclusive, only for wealthy males. Boys between the ages of 7 and 14 were charged with high tuition fees, and it was similar to the classical schools of Europe. Many people consider this the first step before creating the American high school. Who benefited from this school? Mainly wealthy white males. And what did these schools do? They prepared these young boys to become men and be college ready. And the schools adopted a classic curriculum that was similar to the Roman Empire. So these schools reflected a belief system that the beginning of civilization was reached within the Roman Empire. And the Latin grammar school showed how the colonies had European roots. This was a major milestone in the education system because it was the first organizational system within our school system. So although it was mainly white males, it was the first step to an education system. I'm going to show you, this is the crest from the Boston Latin Grammar School, the first Latin grammar school. And as you can see, there is some Latin at the bottom, and then that must be the school's mascot.